Guangzhou in March is already lush and green, and in this season for family vacations, if the electric car has insufficient range, it will bring unpleasantness to the whole formation. This is a BMW i3 built in Germany in March 2016 with a factory-rated battery capacity of 60 ampere-hours and a total energy of 21.3 kilowatt-hours. Before the battery upgrade, it only had a real-world range of 120 to 140 kilometers. After installing MTG's 120 ampere pack and updating the program to show the actual battery pack availability, this test vehicle had its battery upgrade in April 2024 and has driven 40,000 kilometers since then. Now let's test the actual range of this vehicle. We can see by the meter display that it is currently at 100% charge. We zero out the trip mileage, and when the battery is drained, we use this value to get the actual range. Today is March 10, 2025 in Guangdong, China. The outside temperature is 22 to 31 degrees Celsius, and the air conditioning is on throughout the test. Due to the heavy traffic on the highway during the day, the test was conducted at 85 to 110 kilometers per hour. For the first 1/4 of our test trip, we drove from the city to the countryside, through congested city roads and onto the highway. The total distance traveled was 67 kilometers, which seems to be a good performance. The humidity in South China is quite high, and even though the outside temperature wasn't too high, we still had to turn on the cold air to keep the cabin comfortable. From SOC 75% to 50%, we have been maintaining a speed of 90 to 110 km per hour. The disadvantage of an electric car is very obvious at this place if you increase the speed above 120 km per hour. As wind resistance increases, electrical consumption will become very high. If you're traveling at this speed, even with a 42 kWh pack, the range won't be more than 150 km. This is very much not conducive to long distance travel. Back to our test, we traveled 128 km on half the charge according to the meter. As the traffic flow gradually decreased, we increased the speed to 100 to 110 kilometers per hour. Obviously, with the increase in speed and power consumption, we only drove about 50 kilometers in the stage of SOC 50% to 25%. The i3 is a very suitable small car for urban mobility, which is very fascinating to many car owners. But when it comes to highway kilometers, driving comfort and stability are greatly reduced due to the small tire width and high center of gravity of the vehicle. In the final 25%, as dusk approaches, the mountains and grass outside the car's windows are becoming less visible, and our test footage ushers in the lights of 1 million homes. The vehicle had reached the point where it had to be recharged, and we were forced off the highway. This is truly a countryside rather than the neighborhood of a major city, but the ubiquitous charging stations keep us EVA owners very grounded inside. After nearly 3 hours, we drove the upgraded BMW i3 with 42 kWh battery pack for over 216 km on the highway and still had roughly 5% to 7% of remaining charge. As a family driver, this is a range performance that can satisfy more than 95% of scenarios. At least your i3 won't cause any trouble for your weekend excursions due to the range issue. Contact us for a way to get a battery upgrade done near you. Thank you for your attention.